What's going on, everybody? Dave here, Hidden Freedom Investing. In today's video, we're going to go over my 2020 goals that I set back in, I believe, late December, early January. So it's been, 6-7 months. We're going to do a mid-year update on my goals for 2020. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first goal I made in my goal video was to build out my dividend portfolio, and now when I look back at that, my goal I think was at $50,000 for 2020, so I'm already way past that. Matter of fact, I'm already past the goal I even set for a couple years, so I think my goal was $250,000 for a couple years, and we're already up to about $270,000, $280,000 for my dividend portfolio. So sometimes that's what happens with your goals. They change and you just decide to go a different direction. You know, things are pretty fluid. And there's some other things here that's going to change as well that I'm going to be going through. So yes, I'm already past that goal. The goal I think was 50,000 for 2020. I'm at 270, 280-ish, and I will be doing a dividend portfolio update soon. So we'll just go and update you on that. But so that goal kind of changed, and I decided to get out of notes, real estate notes, which I did a video on. You can see it here, and decided to bleed those out for tax purposes and for early retirement, to reduce the taxes. So the other goal that I set in 2020, or when I set that goal for early 2020, was building out M1 finance out to 15 to 20,000, and that goal changed as well. I pretty much drained all that cash out and stuck it into my dividend portfolios. It just didn't make any sense to have that account there. I think it was just a bunch of ETFs in there, and I did have some spec plays, or not spec plays, I did have some growth stocks like Amazon, Google, Facebook, and all that. So that all got drained out, took some capital gains out of that and drained that account out. And part of that's just reducing the number of accounts I have, which I have a lot, and a lot of tax documents. So, and that money just went into dividend portfolio, and to build that out even more as total passive income. So so that goal is really niched, what's the word I'm looking for? So and let me see, another goal I had for 2020 was to max out the 401k. I'm on track on that one. I'm sticking in, I think, like 11% right now, and then when I get to the Social Security withholding max or whatever, it's like $130-something thousand, maybe it's 140, I don't know. But whenever it gets up to there, and then they stop pulling that Social Security out, and then I'll usually increase the amount to max the 401k out with the difference. So that way I'm not taking a bigger hit on my paycheck throughout the whole year. Instead, when the Social Security stops coming out, and then I max the 401k out to get to that 19.5 for 2020. Then I'm not really taking a hit. I'm actually getting a bigger paycheck still. So another goal I had was max the HSA out, and I'm still on track for that. So that comes out every single month at like $107 or something like that. I think every 2 weeks it comes out to $107 or so. And my work provides part of that, by the way. So another goal I had for 2020 was to reach roughly about 5K in my trading account, which I normally just do cash secured puts in. That's all I've been really doing for the last 9 months in that account. And so far, year to date, I'm about 3,400. And my goal is 5K. So that would actually be a pretty good return on that account for just really messing around. Not really taking it too seriously, not going really risky with it either. Pretty conservative, anywhere from about 5 to 10% probability of being in the money. And I really switched recently to cash secured puts on Tesla. So hanging around about the 800 to 900 strike price, with about a 7 to 14 days max DTE, days to expiration. So generating usually about $100 a week, pretty easily. So and that's pretty fluid too. Like I said, that can change. I have generated capital gains in other accounts. I'm not really counting that in there. I have another spec account with Hyliion and Multiplan, or whatever it's called. Thanks Dan for that one, Ethos Investing. So and I'm gonna blame you when I don't make any money on it. Just kidding there. And then you can blame Jason or JMac Investing. So yes, I think I'm up in that account like $1,200 or something. So technically I've already really met that 5,000, but it is what it is. Maybe I can make it up to 10,000 this year. So, and then let's see, what do we got here? The next goal I set was saving about 65% of my take-home pay. I am still on track for that. Last year I came in on what, 68%. This year is about roughly, should be about 65%. I did get a big bonus this year. We're not going to get any raises this year. The company took it off the table. They're not matching the 401k anymore, and they're probably not going to give. I would be surprised if they give you any bonus next year, which would be a pretty big hit. So those, you know, three things combined, you know, we're talking about like $20,000 to $25,000, $30,000 of, you know, money that I would normally be getting. So that's off the table now. So it is what it is. You know, I mean, pandemic happened, and what can you do with it? You know, I mean, at least I have a job, right? If you're getting any satisfaction out of this video, go ahead and like and subscribe and hit that bell notification. So another goal I had for 2020 was to get the Fundrise account up. I think 15 or 16,000 I think was my goal, and it's already at 16, almost 16.5 right now. And I've kind of updated you on that as well. If you've seen those videos on the Fundrise, I basically told you I was pulling money out of the LendingClub, and you know, there was $2,000 in the LendingClub. I was pulling that out. Slowly, anywhere from $50 to $60 a month, and putting that into Fundrise. So that goal has changed a little bit. I will be trying to build that up. I don't remember what the goal was. I think the goal was just 16, and it's already past that now. So we're, you know, at this point we're going to build it up to, you know, 18 to 20 by pulling that money out of the LendingClub. So. And then the next goal, which, you know, funny enough, is LendingClub, and I had the goal of increasing that up to $2,500 for this year, and we're, you know, yanking money out, and it's down to $17,000 in there now. Got up to 22, and we've been yanking money out, and now it's down to $1,700. So that money will be continually to come out every single month until it's completely gone, and then I can finally get rid of that account and reduce another tax document. So. Another goal I had was just to continue on with retirement planning. I've been doing that. I do have plans to get rid of my flips, trying to do a short sell on those now, and getting a little bit of pushback from the lien holders, and it's been a real nightmare. Got my hands tied from every which way, and I feel like I'm in a straitjacket. So, you know, the moratorium on the evictions and foreclosures in all of Florida is really killing me, because I can't foreclose on those properties. And if I can't foreclose on them, I can't take possession of them. I can't get rid of them. I can't do really anything. I'm not technically the owner of the properties. I'm a lender in the properties. I can't foreclose. I can't do a short sale because the seconds and the thirds, they think they're going to be getting more money back, and it is what it is. They're getting money back, but if they go for a foreclosure, if I end up going through foreclosure, they're not going to get anything back. They just don't understand that, and it is what it is. You know, this is the best way forward, where everybody's going to get money back, take a minimal loss. I'm going to take a loss myself, and you know, everybody's going to be in a win-win situation in this case. But it is what it is. I'll let you know when I do if I ever get out of those, or when I get out of those. I'm going to do an update on that, because I did one other video. I flips or whatever. I'll put it up here. I can't remember what the name of it was. Flip something, but flip issues. I don't know, something like that. And if you look at that video, it talks about the whole saga behind it, but it's even gotten worse. So, and then lastly, you know, I had some personal goals thrown in the mix here, and you know, I was continuing to work on my mental health. Like I said, when I get around what am I talking about? When I get around the holiday time, that's when the mental health starts to go downhill, and it's just what it is. You know, I've spent a lot of holidays by myself, and it is what it is, because I don't want to travel, or I travel too much, and the last thing I want to do is travel for vacation. You know, I almost need to take a vacation to stay home, right? So that's just when I was traveling for work all the time. But you know, I've been home since November and haven't been traveling at all. So yeah, mental health has been a little bit of an issue. And let's continue to work on that. And the last personal goal I had was to climb 4 14ers for 2020. And you're like, what the heck's a 14er, Dave? Well, 14er is a mountain that is 14,000 feet or above. Okay, now Colorado has a lot of 14ers, where it's 58 of them, if I'm not mistaken. There's some that are undocumented. Maybe it's officially it's 54, but I think there's 58 total. Now I've done, let's see, I've done 9 total out of those 58, so that's not a lot. I did, let's see, I did 6 about 10 years ago, and then last year I did 2, and then I just did 1 yesterday. Okay, and that's why I'm red now. Okay, so yeah, a little bit of a sunburn. But you know, when I was sitting there, and you know, because I take a lot of breaks, I'm a break taker, so when I'm sitting there taking a break, people would walk up and like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just fine. I'm just getting, you know, some sun after 9 months of, you know, sitting inside the house, you know, so not getting any sun, no vitamin D, right?" So I did climb Quandary yesterday. Set the alarm at 2:15 a.m. Got up, was out the door at 2:30 a.m. Okay, now I had 4 eggs and 3 strips of bacon. Can't leave the home without my bacon. And that was it. A little bit of tea. Drove 2 hours. Okay, it was 2 hours to get to the 14er. I did Quandary, which is near Breckenridge, Colorado, and got on the trail about 4:30ish. Okay, so left here at 2:30, got to the trail roughly about 2:30ish. Pitch black out, and you know, the parking lot's packed already. A lot of people sleep there overnight. Now I've tried that before, and it's just a pain in the butt to get any sleep in my car, so I did not. I decided to drive, got on the trail. I was pretty much there's already people probably way up, you know, in front of me, but I got on the trail by myself, got the flashlight out, and had to use the flashlight for roughly about 45 minutes or so. Took a lot of breaks and all that, and you know, started my way up. It's about a 6.7 round trip, 6.7 mile round trip. Now it sure seemed a lot more than that for some reason, so I don't know why I got 20,000 steps on my feet beat for some reason, so I don't understand how that happened, but sure seemed a lot longer than that. And somebody else mentioned the same thing when he was looking at another tracker too, and he's like, we already went like, you know, 6 miles and we're on our way back. I was like, what's going on, you know? So maybe it was a lot farther, I don't know. So this mountain starts out about 10.4, okay, and then you climb up about 11.5ish, 11.7, somewhere around there. The tree line ends, and then you're pretty much just in a rock field going up. And I took a little bit of some video of it along the way and all that, but it was super windy, and it was, you know, hard to get, you know, I got to carry the walking sticks. I'm trying to hold gloves, and it's very hard to take video. Especially when you're beat the hell, right? So when you're climbing up a freaking mountain, there's a 3,500 freaking feet incline, because you're going from 10.4 up to 10.5 up to 14.2ish or so. So you're, you know, climbing up about 3,400 feet, and it's literally within about 3 miles, so it's almost straight up. The first, you know, couple miles is actually pretty easy. And then you get to the ridge line, and it's just like, okay, you're almost in like stairs going up, you know, rocks and all that. So I took a lot of breaks, and you know, I was beating the hell on the way up, and it is what it is. I just take a lot of breaks, and then I go up another 100 feet or so, and then I stop, take another break. And then I got to the top, and I'm not up there that long. I stay up there about 3 or 4 or 5 minutes up there, take a bit of video, and drink a little bit of water and come back, and then on the way down. So on the way down, so it took me 5 hours to get up. Okay, so I got up there at 9:30, just after 9:30, and then I got back to my car just short of 12:30. So I think it was almost 3 hours to get down, 5 hours to get up, 3 hours to get down, and I was beat to hell. I literally didn't know how I was going to make it to the car on the way back, because going down, like, it's really tough on your knees, tough on your hips, and tough on your ankles, because you're constantly walking on rocks that are unstable, and they're just all over the place, and you're going down sometimes steps that are really, you know, like the rock drops are like that far, right? So it just beat me to hell. You know, turned one of my ankles. Luckily, I was using walking sticks. Don't ever leave home without those. So So I had goals of doing 4 14ers, and I did one, and I don't know if I'm going to do another one this year. I'm not convinced I'm not going to do any more 14ers at all, actually. I could barely walk today, which is okay. I don't mind that. It's really hard on my body, and I know it's tearing my joints up, and I don't want to have to get, a hip replacement or knee replacement or anything like that. And it's just, I don't know if there's any benefit to it. It's a mental thing. I do get satisfaction out of it, but I'd rather be able to do other hikes than do stuff like this. It's a little more extreme. I got 2 friends that got rescued off this mountain, and so it was a little bit of a mental block for me. I was a little worried about it. I honestly have no idea why they got rescued off this mountain. I think they might have went a different route possibly, but and just to let you know, I climbed this mountain on 4 eggs and 3 strips of bacon. Okay, now that's strictly keto, all right? And no food on the way up, no food on the way back. I got food in the car on my way back. When I got back to the car, I ate some food. I had like 1 bar or something like that. 0 food on the way up, 0 food on the way down. Literally about 1 bottle, and a small bottle, might have been 1 liter maybe of water, and that's it. I go real light. So if you don't think you can climb a mountain on keto, you're highly mistaken. So, you think you need carbs to climb a mountain? Nah. All right, well, that's it. You might be wondering what this blazer's doing on. It's because I had a phone interview today. Okay, now it used to be a joke. We used to always say that to people, dressed up, going to work and stuff. What do you have, a phone interview today? Because they can't see you on the phone, right? No, obviously that might have changed nowadays because everybody might be doing video conference, interviews or something, but I had a phone interview. No. Anyways, everybody, I appreciate you tuning in, and we'll get back to the regular videos next week, and hope everybody has a great weekend. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.